And now away from Galamsey to housing woes. Ghana's housing crisis is deepening. Whilst many struggle to rent, there are fears some may not be able to own homes before they die. In the first of two parts, George Craning explores the rent challenges and the difficulties in assessing this necessity.
Well, if you check the internet for apartments to rent, you can tell that the cost of, rent are very exorbitant. Just look at this one, 4,500 cedis monthly for a chamber and hall. This is also going for 4,000 cedis a month for a chamber and hall. But what really is the reality on the ground? We want to see some of these houses with a rent agent.
Kwashi has seen it all when it comes to renting. Doing this for more than 30 years could only get better with time, but it's totally a different story. All his properties in the capital that seem relatively cheaper have all been rented out. From Nima to Kanda, Kokomlemle, Asalam Down, Adabraka, all the shelters have been occupied by lower to middle income earners. 30 plus years experience in renting has made him develop a soft spot for the youth who engage his services. He fears many may not be able to rent, not to talk of building their own houses.
Into properties, me at times, na me who young up and coming guys are what person wale na also up and down na me feel many because open neat one pa your areas. Also say chairman or self-contained. It's about 2,000, 2,500 up to 3,000 per month.
Sometimes I feel pity for the youth in their pursuit of a decent accommodation. Rent charges in Osu for a decent chamber and hall is from 2,000 cedis to 2,500 and even 3,000 in a month. How much can you save after? It's only a miracle that can make the youth build their own homes.
Hey, a miracle. Say you're up and coming. They to me a sidai.
This 4-bedroom apartment located at Legon will be renting out at 4,000 cedis monthly when fully completed. Kwashi's bet is on high-income earners.
If estate agent for no, na they call landlord because estate agent because Mr. George Oscar. To me catch if you say Mr. George Oscar resident na me commission here then enkoso.
Lots of problems come from greedy agents. We complicate the matter by pursuing our own personal interest, compelling landlords to increase the rent for potential tenants.
Nambio
is an online platform that allows users to explore, share and compare cost of living data worldwide. And if you go on to Nambio, Accra is the 5th most expensive city in Africa in terms of rent. And Accra's rent index of 12.0 also places it 230 in the world.
It's sad. It is really, really sad. If you're a young man, you're a young lady, you're a young family, you're starting up in life, the cost of rent is horrendous. When you go around Accra, you see many places for rent. But those are high-class, expensive houses that are available. The kind of houses that are for lower middle class, bottom of the pyramid, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, not available. Even not enough of the face me, I face you, as we call it, houses. So what does that mean? It means that the landlords are in control. They can charge higher rent. After all, if you don't pay, somebody else will pay.
In Ghana, the law prohibits landlords from demanding more than 6 months rent in advance for long-term tenancies, as stipulated in the Rent Act 1963, Act 220. While landlords are not legally allowed to demand more, tenants can voluntarily offer larger sums, though the law's enforcement is currently lacking. Many landlords continue to violate the provision, and with potential tenants fearing they might lose out, they make huge payments spanning over 2 years to secure their preferred house. It could be a relief for many, but financial expert Joe Jackson is convinced that 6 months cannot be legislated.
Read my lips. Nothing will change unless there are more houses available. Nothing will change. This is issue of the market. All you will do if you legislate 6 months is that you will drive the other now to become a black market. The agent will tell you, the government says 6 months, so we'll pay. But if you really want the house, bring the money quietly and come and give it to the landlord. He won't take anything less than 2 years. He will write a receipt for you for 6 months, but he will take 2 years from you. Nothing would have changed.
George Queenan, TV3 News, Accra.
We'll bring you the part 2 of Ghana's housing crisis tomorrow on News 360, so look out for that. Now, Minister of